Long ago, when the Kingdom of Rohana lay wrapped in jungle and sea mist, people whispered of warriors whose strength shook the very earth. In the quiet village of Hundarevapi, far from palaces and battle drums, a boy named Ritigala Jayasena was born to a man called Tissa. By 7, Jayasena could uproot young palm trees. By 10, the tales say he could bring down larger ones, laughing as roots tore free of the soil. Word of this strength walked faster than any messenger along forest paths and riverbanks until it reached the ears of King Kavantissa of Rohana. The king summoned the young giant to serve in the army of his son, Prince Gemunu, who would one day be known as King Dutugemunu. Among Prince Gemunu's famed 10 giant warriors, Jayasena trained with men whose names still echo in chronicles and campfire stories. They would fight for their king against the Chola ruler Elara, a struggle remembered as much in legend as in history across Sri Lanka. When victory finally came, Rohana rejoiced, fires blazed, dancers spun, and the 10 giants sat as honored guests, cups refilled again and again. But strength on the battlefield does not always walk hand in hand with wisdom. That night, Jayasena let drink loosen both his tongue and pride. In his boasting, he insulted the wife of his fellow giant, Gotaimbara, a woman deserving respect in that sacred hall. The hall fell quiet as Gotaimbara stood. In a world built on honor, such words could not hang in the air unanswered. The stories say he challenged Jayasena to meet him where the living end and the dead begin. They agreed to settle the matter at the edge of a graveyard, a place where courage and fear are never far apart. This graveyard, or Sohona, would become the stage for a tragedy that turned a man of flesh into one of Sri Lanka's most feared spirits. As dusk bled into night, Jayasena and Gotaimbara entered the Sohona from opposite paths, each stride heavy with pride and hurt. They had once fought side by side. Now they stood as rivals, bound by a code that valued honor more than breath itself. They clashed with the ferocity of storm waves against rock, each strike a question. Whose pride would bend first? The fight raged among the graves, their movements half hidden by mist and shadow, as if the dead themselves refused to watch too closely. Gotaimbara fought with wounded dignity. Jayasena fought with skill and the heavy weight of a mistake that could not be unsaid. Then, in a moment the legends leave mostly to the imagination, the duel ended. One man stood. One man fell, silent among the stones. The tales say Jayasena's strength failed him. Gotaimbara's final blow left the graveyard, holding more than just old bones that night. Jayasena lay as if in deep sleep, his story seemingly ended. The graveyard settled back into its quiet, the moon a silent witness. But the story had reached not only human ears. High above, in realms unseen, the deity Wesamuni took notice. Wesamuni, guardian and judge of spirits, saw a mighty warrior's strength wasted, his life snapped like a branch in anger. Descending in a shimmer of light, he came to the Sohona, intent on giving Jayasena another chance beyond the folly of that night. Yet even gods, the stories warn, can be hurried. In the tangle of stone and shadow, Jayasena's head could not be found in time. In desperation, Wesamuni took the head of a bear, a creature of the same forests Jayasena had once roamed in childhood strength. Working in haste, he fixed the bear's head to the warrior's body. So quickly, some say, that he did not notice it faced the wrong way. Lightning flickered on a clear sky. The earth shivered. The fallen warrior moved again. But what rose was no longer Ritigala Jayasena. He rose, the legends say, to a height of 122 feet, towering over trees and stone, no longer merely a man. Maha Sona was born, a formidable demon with the head of a bear, riding a boar with a pike in his hand, his very shape a warning written on the sky. From then on, people said he haunted graveyards, rocky outcrops and lonely crossroads, places where the living feel the nearness of the unseen. Some tell that Maha Sona commands 30,000 demons, a legion moving at his gesture, their whispers carried on night winds. To meet his gaze, they said, was to risk illness born of terror. A brush of his unseen hand could crush a person's strength in an instant. Yet the people of Lanka did not only fear him, they learned to face him in ritual. In Thovial dances, masked performers embody Maha Sona to drive away misfortune. These masks, with their fierce animal faces, turn terror into art, a way of saying, "We see you, spirit of the graveyard, and we are not helpless." Even today, his name lives on, from elite army units named in his shadow to bedtime tales meant to keep restless children from wandering after dark. Listen closely, and the story of Maha Sona carries a simple truth. Strength without respect is a fire that soon burns its own house down. In Sri Lanka, they still whisper, in jest and in fear, of the great cemetery demon. But beneath the fear lies a lesson about pride, honor, and the paths we choose. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe and hit the bell to never miss another tale. Like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below.